What's going on out there, world? It's your boy Tommy on the spot for Watch Along Wrestling. Hopefully everyone is doing well and staying safe. Thanks so much for checking out another unboxing video here on the Watch Along Wrestling YouTube channel. It is a loaded unboxing video. 3 different items that we're going to be unboxing from WWE Shop / Fanatics. And the story here was really, I had initially gotten these items in hopes of wearing them with my daughter to the SmackDown from Madison Square Garden. If you have not yet seen it, make sure you go into the archives. I have this show covered from pillar to post. I have an I'm going to video, I got the vlog, and of course I've got the experience video. So chock full of everything you can handle from SmackDown at Madison Square Garden. It was so much fun. And in going to this show, I really think this started for me when I met my wife, if I'm being honest. And really, if you go back into the archives, you can see there's an unboxing video we did way back in 2019 when we were going to Madison Square Garden for a episode of Raw. And I went out and I got myself a Stone Cold shirt. I got her a The Fiend shirt, and I had gotten a Matt Hardy vintage shirt that I planned to wear at the SmackDown the very next night. And I think it's because all of these different events my wife and I go to, we go to these vacations. My wife just usually just chock full of clothes and different outfits, so you could look good in each one of the different photos. And you like to have your different set of clothing. I really never thought about doing this for a wrestling show, but that's where it really started for me. And so when my wife found out I was going to be going with my daughter, she said, well, what are you guys going to wear? You guys got to wear something. Really, she said, what is she going to wear? She's got to wear something. Well, you know, Dad's got to get something too in that situation. So we had figured it out for her. I told this story in the vlog, but really long story short, about 2 weeks prior to the show, I had decided to go and get my daughter to become a huge Tiffany Stratton fan. So I got her the Tiffy Time shirt along with the Jey Uso Yeet shades. Ordered them on Fanatics along with the CM Punk shirt that I'm going to unbox for all of you here in a minute. And I paid for expedited shipping, and about 2 weeks later, 2 weeks out, figured it would come with plenty of time. And I never got any sort of update that the order had gone through. Wasn't too sure what was going on. So about a week out, I called WWE Shop, and they said, "Oh, we just found your order. So sorry about that. We'll get it out to you right away." I said, "Really need this before Friday, so please, make sure it goes expedited shipping." For whatever reason, they said they couldn't guarantee that, which was weird. And then 2 minutes later, I got an alert saying that the Jey Uso Yeet shades had sold out. So they canceled that, refunded my order. So then we were waiting for these shirts to arrive, and they arrived the very next day. At this point, it was kind of what it was. We had gone to the show. My daughter and I had, she had her honorary Oos shirt. I had my LA Knight shirt from last year's SummerSlam that I had gotten. So, I mean, it was still fine. It was a great time, but it actually worked out in a way because these particular shirts were not available at the WWE show. So I was able to tell my daughter, hey, hold off on the shirts. You're getting one tomorrow. And same thing for me. I didn't really see anything there that jumped out at me as a must-need. So that leads us to this video. Let's jump right into it. Let's start with, and this is something I was very excited about, and I have unboxed them because sometimes I do feel like unboxings, sometimes things get stuck. There's like an awkwardness when you see people do unboxings. So I've already unboxed them, gotten that piece out of the way. But here we go. This is a very cool piece here. Take a look at this. You've got the vintage CM Punk. Awesome stuff there. Look at that. This is the 2012 CM Punk. They put out 3 different CM Punk vintage shirts. They had done the 2012 variety. They also did the 2007 ECW shirt, and also put out the 2013 yellow shirt. So very, very cool. And I love this shirt here. This is one I didn't get at the time that it had come out, but you can see that there. It says, in Punk we trust, CM Punk, and you've got that on the bottom as well. And then on the back, of course, you've got Best in the World, CM Punk. And this is something I always just think is so cool. It always feels like for the Punk shirts, right? They would always give you something a little extra. Something right there on the sleeve. You've got the CM Punk little insignia there with the Chicago flag. I just love that. I think this is one of the coolest shirts that they've ever had. And you can see, of course, the authentic sticker from WWE. Now, kind of a story of my idea of the CM Punk shirts here. Of course, when CM Punk first came to WWE, I actually got the first ever initial CM Punk with the hands, the one that initially was eventually pulled from WWE Shop because obviously DX had came back right around that same time as Punk's ECW debut. So they were going to be doing the X, and so that was kind of the end for that for Punk. And then, of course, 2011. If you were a wrestling fan in 2011, everybody had the white CM Punk Best in the World shirt. I remember my buddy Toby getting that for me pretty much right away when that had come out. He was somehow able to find it and got us both those shirts. I think it might have even been for a show, so maybe my story is not correct about me only starting to adopt this new policy recently. But then from there, I remember they had a limited edition CM Punk shirt coming right off the heels of Survivor Series 2011 that my buddy Joe and I went to, and it was really funny because we didn't plan this. I used to do a big Christmas party every year, holiday party, right? I'm kind of by religion. And so I had some friends come over, and we would do it every year, and he and I both got each other matching CM Punk shirts. It was in a limited edition red CM Punk shirts, and we also got each other build your own Stoli O-Bomb kits. If you don't know what a Stoli O-Bomb is, it's Stoli orange vodka, and you put it into a Red Bull. It's ridiculous, and when you're a young kid, for some reason, you think it's just the coolest thing in the world. So I had got him a little thing of vodka, oranges, and a little thing of Red Bull. He just got me the Solio as well as the 4-pack of Red Bull, and we both got each other the exact same limited edition CM Punk shirt, which made a lot of sense. We were both at Survivor Series 2011 together. So then I felt like maybe I was a little CM Punked out. He was always one of my favorite wrestlers, honestly, dating back to like 2005. That's really when I started going to Ring of Honor shows, was 2005. And I was straight edge growing up. You know, didn't drink, didn't smoke, didn't do anything. All throughout college, believe it or not. And so for me, now you had a guy in Ring of Honor telling people, well, straight edge means I'm better than you, and utilizing this as a heel tactic, which honestly makes a lot of sense because as that kid who was always kind of straight edge amongst his group of friends, was kind of the heel. And so having a guy stand up for that, for me, he was one of my favorite wrestlers. But when this shirt, it first came out in 2012, I didn't get it because I had already had a couple of CM Punk shirts. I did eventually get the yellow one that they've just re-released. But I'd say this one I'm really now happy to have. I think it's such a cool deal. All of the CM Punk shirts, he definitely had a role and probably still does in his gear because all of it really looks cool. Like, it's stuff that people would get, you know, from a Hot Topic or from a normal store and wear it out there, as opposed to normal wrestling shirts that typically sometimes might be a little embarrassing to wear. And yes, I am talking about that one big, large SOB shirt from you, Braun Strowman. What are we doing? So, in any event, I was happy to get that Punk shirt, and eventually, I hope they re-release. There's one he has kind of in this stained glass window from, I want to say, it's kind of like got a religious vibe to it. That was one when he kind of turned heel. But I also just really like this version of CM Punk, the babyface champion throughout 2012, that great long run that he had. Even though he wasn't main eventing the shows, John Cena still was. You can always depend on him to have some really solid matches up and down the card and kind of be that face of WWE. And I think you really needed him at that time to be that new face for WWE as they're coming out of that uber PG guest host era. So I like this version of Punk, and I'm really glad that I got this shirt. All right, so if you saw the SmackDown vlog, you know what's coming next. It is the brand new Tiffy Time shirt, another shirt they did not have available at SmackDown. And I was very surprised because Tiffany Stratton was in one of the big premiere matches for the show. It is an adult small, and like I said, I don't know why WWE doesn't realize that they are such a family-friendly product. Obviously, someone like Tiffany Stratton, you know, has that look and appeal of Barbie that, you know, certainly I can tell you my daughter just absolutely loves. Coming off of the Barbie movie and everything related to it, she just was so excited the second she saw Tiffany Stratton. I think in many ways, Tiffany coming up to the main roster and my daughter seeing that kind of took her out of that stage she had for a brief period of time where she was suddenly very much afraid of everything WWE related. And when she saw Tiffany, especially at Elimination Chamber where everyone was going nuts for her, she was immediately hooked back into WWE. And a lot of that was Tiffany Stratton. If you go look in our vlog, you can see her kind of dancing through. But WWE doesn't put shirts on sale for kids. Like the kid version of the shirt they have looks like some shirt you'd find like at a bodega randomly in like the streets. Like it just is not a good version of the Tiffany shirt. It's just a picture of Tiffany. It says Tiffany Stratton, and very little thought went into that one. So I like this one a lot. Saw some people wearing it at the show. So again, Tiffany Stratton getting super popular there. I like the way that this says. It says here on the bottom, if you can't read it, I'll read it to you. It says Tiffany Stratton. That was anticlimactic. But also on the back, you've got her little logo there, Tiffany Stratton, the TS. So I like this a lot. Obviously, you've got the authentic WWE sticker. I think it's a super cool shirt, and I give my daughter a lot of credit. I had sat her down and said, hey, I want to get you this shirt. She was super excited. I said, which one do you want? Do you want the one with the picture of Tiffany on it, or do you want this one? She's like, I got to go with the Tiffy Time. She was all pumped for it. So it's great. It's going to look like a dress on her, as you saw in the video, but it is what it is. What can you do? And now let's get into this, the last piece here that we went and unboxed. If you watched the SmackDown vlog, you know what's coming. It is the new John Cena, the John Cena Bleacher creature. And I think this is actually listed as being released in 2024. On the tag, it says 2024, but I don't know about this look for John. This feels like it was before 2024. But I think this is so cool. I love these. It's obviously very small, the little John Cena. It's not the size of like wrestling buddy that we had growing up, but at the same time, very, very cool. My daughter wanted something at the show. Initially wanted a Rey Mysterio mask, which was on sale for $75 and going to be too big for her head. So when we looked at some alternatives, she went with the John Cena Bleacher creature. She loved it. She had him with her the entire show. And ever since, he's actually with my son. My son's just itty-bitty, couple months old, and so she gave him this to sleep with one night, and she has not gotten it back. So kind of just is what it is. Now it's kind of become his thing, and it's kind of like we got him something from the show. She got something with the Tiffany shirt, and we got the CM Punk shirt for old dad. So let's get into it one more time. Let me just roll through everything that we had. The 2012 vintage CM Punk Best in the World shirt right there. You've also got the Tiffany Stratton Tiffy Time shirt. And you've got John Cena. Your time is up. My time is now. What's up, Stu? Let's go to work. John Cena Bleacher creature. Let me know what's your favorite that I unboxed here in this video, and we'll be back with more right here on Watch Along Wrestling. Until next time, everybody, I'll see you on the next video.